Okay, this is our setup sheet for the month in review, the cash version of our month in review sheet, which is exactly like the pounds version, except you enter the cash amounts instead of pounds. So you would use this sheet if you're counting your currency with a coin counter or a currency scale. Then the sheet would probably work better for you. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up our sheet. First thing that we need to do is we need to go up, and normally it'll be on the home page, and you're going to come over and you're going to click review, and then you're going to click unprotect sheet. Once the sheet's unprotected, then we can go ahead and delete lines that we don't need and make the necessary changes to set it up to your laundromat. So first, let's make some entries. So let's set it up. We have top loaders, and we vend those at $1.75, and we have 10 of those. Top loaders are $2.25. We have 10 of those. Triple loaders, and again, this is just a hypothetical laundromat just to run through the motions here and let you get a good idea. So 50-pound washers we have at $4.75, and we have 4 of those. And then we have at $6.75 we have an 80-pound washer, and we have 2 of those. Our dryers then for a quarter, we have 13 stack dryers for a total of 26 dryers. 50-pound also at a quarter, and 2 stacks for 4 dryers. So now we're going to go ahead and delete the lines that we don't need. So we do not have a 40-pound washer. So I'm actually clicking on the number 10 here, and then I'm going to right click on the right side of the mouse, and I'm going to then with the left side hit delete. So that takes that line out. We don't have a 60-pound, so again I'm going to click on that number 11, right click, go down to delete, and delete that line. Same with the dryer that we don't have. Then we're going to go down and delete those same lines on this line, or in our turns box. So we have our 40-pound washer, right click, delete. 60-pound washer, right click, delete. And the 80. So now we have our first sheet set up with our equipment, our vend price, and how much or how many of each unit that we have. So in our sales box, we're actually going to enter the dollar amount for each week for each type of machine. We're going to enter how many days since our last pull, and then the dollar amount right on down the line. What that's going to do then with this sheet is obviously we'll have a running total for the month here on what our gross sales are, but we're also, the sheet is automatically in this turns box going to calculate our turns for each of those pieces of equipment for each week, and then a running average for the month. We also have on the bottom a utility section where when we enter our total gas bill and the total amount of units, whether it's therms or kilowatts or CCFs for water, it's going to break down our cost per unit and what percentage of our gross revenue our utilities are using. So we'll get that for each, and then we'll get totals. And this sheet's also going to project water usage. So actually, let's go to our water sheet. We need to put in, well, first let's delete what we don't need. We got a 40-pound line that we can delete and a 60-pound line that we can delete. We want to enter the number of units. So again, 10, 10, 6 of those, 4 and 2. And then you want to enter how many gallons of water each of those machines use. So these are just approximates. Don't use these numbers. Find out what your equipment uses, but you can 35, 15 for high efficiency double loader, triple, the 50 and the 80. So again, you want to find how many gallons yours uses. So 1 unit of water equals how many gallons? 748. So that's what this is. Everything is going to go based off of that. Some places a unit is 1,000 gallons. In this part of the country, it's we use CCFs, which is centum cubic feet, or 1 CCF is 748 gallons. So then we're going to come to the front, and we're going to scroll up, actually still under the review tab. Then we're going to click protect sheet, so that if we for some reason click in a box where there's a calculation and we type something there, we're not going to erase that calculation. So if it's protected, the cells that are protected, we can't mess up the sheet then. Then what we want to do is go down save as, and we're going to name this one our blank. So we have a month in review. I'm going to put cash blank because I have another blank on there. Oop. It's our cash blank. Save. Boom. So there it is. And that's it. Now you have your sheet all set up and ready to go. On our next segment, we're going to explain how to use it.